Out of the night comes the whispering voice of the night wind to tell another story of man's battle with life. This time a true story of crime detection. Stranger and more masterly than any conceived in fiction. Unbelievable, but true. We'll force the door if you don't open up. All right, Sergeant. Use that axe. This is the voice of the night wind, and this is the tale I tell. Paris, 1920, the headquarters of the French Sûreté. At his desk is Monsieur René Faralik, chief of the detective bureau. Around him, respectful if somewhat resentful, are his assistants.
I have here a report, gentlemen. It tells me that during January there was stolen from the home of the second Baron de Rothschild a priceless Botticelli painting. The thief has not yet been apprehended. Am I right?
Yes, monsieur.
Also, during January, a piece of statuary attributed to Michelangelo was removed from the residence of the Marquis de Valigny. Still no arrest.
True, monsieur. There have been certain difficulties.
Why? During February, the home of Reginald Vanderbilt was entered, and a painting by Verrocchio was removed. Once again, the thief escaped apprehension.
Well, I can explain about that, monsieur.
Oh, no doubt. Also in February, the equerries of the Shah of Persia reported the loss of a carved Madonna. In March, a work by Da Vinci disappeared from the chateau of Monsieur Duvernay. In April... But why go on? The list is endless. Does it occur to you, gentlemen, that these thefts are all the work of one man?
Precisely, monsieur. I was saying to
Then why hasn't something been done about it? Why hasn't he been found and arrested?
He's a very clever thief, monsieur. Very clever indeed, monsieur. No one has ever seen him. Never found the slightest trace of a clue or even a fingerprint. Of course, he's bound to make a mistake in time. It's only a matter of waiting.
But we can't afford to wait. Certain high authorities are demanding results, and demanding them now.
We do our best, monsieur, but we cannot achieve the impossible.
Then if you can't, I will. I'll have this fellow by the heels inside a month, or the Minister of Justice will have my resignation.
It's easy to boast, Monsieur Faralik. But how can you hope to succeed when the best brains of your department have failed? There are no clues. Nothing. So where are you going to start? Hadn't you better write that resignation now, Monsieur Faralik? Why do you keep fiddling with that list? You've read it through a dozen times already. It won't tell you anything.
Botticelli, Verrocchio, Da Vinci, Michelangelo. Our friend is obviously a connoisseur of art, a man who knows what he wants and takes it. A man who...
What is it, monsieur?
Every one of these pieces is Italian Renaissance. He could have taken Daumiers, Corot, Monets, and Goths, but no. He passes all these by and takes only Renaissance art.
And what does that prove?
Nothing, my friend, but it gives me an idea.
A week later, a modest paragraph appears in one of the Paris newspapers. It says merely,
Monsieur and Madame Aragios of Brazil, who recently had the good fortune to acquire a chalice attributed to Benvenuto Cellini, will entertain at their apartment on the evening of September the 6th, so that friends and lovers of art may inspect their priceless treasure. That should produce results.
The night of the reception arrives. In the middle of the salon stands the chalice on a pedestal. Close by it are 4 husky policemen, out of uniform. Servants move among the crowd, carrying trays of wine glasses. For some reason, the servants all wear gloves. Perhaps it's an old Brazilian custom. Or is it? Perhaps you can explain the gloves. Monsieur Faraday.
Oh, but certainly. You see, when the guest takes the filled glasses, there is no trace of the human touch on them. But when the empty glasses are returned to the kitchen, what do they bear? Why, the fingerprints of their users, of course. Here, as you see, I have a staff of fingerprint experts. And here come the photographers. They will photograph every print. And tomorrow we will hunt through the files at headquarters. It might be amusing, eh?
Yes, it might be amusing. And so it turns out. For it seems that no less than 8 guests at the reception have police records. Yet only one of them seems to interest you particularly, monsieur. Who can it be?
His name is Jules Corio. A few years ago, he was an art dealer in Turin. He went to jail for selling fake masterpieces of Florentine art. After a year, he escaped. So Monsieur Corio was at the reception, eh? Well, well, we progress.
But not under his own name, surely.
Naturally, I provided for that. Here you see, I have a visitor's book that each guest was asked to sign as he entered. Here, from Corio's dossier, is a sample of his handwriting, and here... now, let me see. Here, in the book, is writing that matches it. The signature of a certain Henri Samet. Samet. The scent gets warm.
A directory gives Henri Samet's address. A bachelor apartment in the smart Faubourg Saint-Honoré. Adroit shadowing proves that Samet and Corio are the same man. That evening, while Corio is absent, the detective lets himself into the apartment with a skeleton key.
Strictly unethical, of course, you understand, but in the circumstances, quite necessary.
But surely you don't expect to find any of the stolen goods here.
Please, monsieur, you do me an injustice. I seek something else. Here we are. A pair of gray silk gloves. See how they lie apart from everything else. See how they've been smoothed, as if with a touch of affection.
What on earth are you doing with that file?
Merely doctoring the thumbs a trifle. But why? You shall see soon enough. Come, my friend. It's time to go.
At the Aragios' apartment, the Cellini chalice remains on view for 4 days, still under the police guard. On the 4th night, as the guards sleep in the adjoining room, pandemonium suddenly breaks loose. It's a burglar alarm! Someone's broken in! Quick, after him! There he goes, through the window! Did you hit him? I don't think so. Hurry, we'll lose him! We've lost him already! Listen! And yes, my friend, we've lost the chalice, too. And if you ask me, we've also lost that job. Why doesn't someone turn that cursed burglar alarm off? Corio's thumbprints, through the thinly filed gloves, are identifiable on the pedestal of the chalice. But of the man himself, there is no sign. The detectives keep his apartment under constant observation for 3 days. Well, you don't seem to have got very far, Monsieur Faraday. You've proved that Corio is the thief, but you've lost him. And the chalice.
I don't think so. Come with me, monsieur.
Where are we going?
To the apartment of a certain Mademoiselle Lucille, a friend, a very dear friend of our Monsieur Corio.
It is a tasteful apartment, Monsieur Faraday enters. The apartment of a wealthy, discriminating woman. It's decorated with furniture and paintings of the Renaissance period. Renaissance, eh?
Don't look so suspicious, Monsieur Faraday. Every piece was bought and paid for from the most respectable dealers. My father is very rich, you know.
Of course, Mademoiselle. I wouldn't doubt you for a minute. But apparently you do know that I'm searching for certain stolen works of art.
Naturally. I read the newspapers.
The newspapers. You are one who likes publicity, perhaps.
On the contrary, I detest it.
Most unfortunate. You see, I was visualizing a story. A man loves a woman who loves Renaissance art. To woo her, he steals treasures of the art she loves. With his stolen goods, he furnishes a home in the country, perhaps, so that he might say, Here, my love. Here is a shrine at which to worship you. Where is that place, mademoiselle?
Do you think I'd tell you, even if I knew?
If you don't, that story will be in every Paris newspaper tomorrow morning. Your father wouldn't like it. He might even disown you.
You wouldn't dare.
I wouldn't gamble on that, mademoiselle. You can't afford to, you know.
All right. You win. You go through the forest of Fontainebleau till you come to a small chateau near Marlotte.
The same night, a fleet of police cars races to Corio's hideout.
If Corio's trying to escape, the police is surrounded. We'll force the door if you don't open up. All right, Sergeant, use that axe.
I think I heard a shot, sir. It seems Monsieur Corio has saved us a lot of trouble.
I always did hate trials anyway. Such boring things.
And that is the tale of the Night Wind. A strange but true story brought to you from Out of the Night. Out of the Night comes the whispering voice of the Night Wind with stories that are amazing, mysterious, thrilling, baffling, strange, but true.